We're just two friends who love the movies, call each other every morning.
Hey, good morning, Mitch. Good morning. It's been a little while. Um, at least it feels that way.
Yeah,
Feels
it
like it's
does. When we miss a day, it feels like a long time.
yeah. It feels a long. Feels like a long time. Which you know, uh, better now than later. Maybe within March, probably March, and then again in the summer, we'll probably be releasing episodes a little less. Maybe
Think
two or
so?
three.
Oh,
I
because of the
think so.
kids.
Yeah, because you'll be having your baby, and then I'll be having my baby here soon, and uh, of course, we're gonna try to at least get out two or three a week. I hope. Plan on that at
Well,
least.
I don't know, man. I mean, we'll see, we might have, so much time on our hands. I remember staying up because when Chloe was first born, she didn't, when you put her down, want to sleep so much. And so we would take shifts and we would hold her for her to sleep, in like 2 or 3 hour shifts,
Yeah.
through the night. And I would just watch movies, man. And I would even I would talk to people on the phone too. So you may be surprised, man. You may be killing some time with me, and we may be recording even more.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, man. I didn't think about that. So, just just throwing it out there. Hopefully there's no disruption, but hopefully, we can at least, even if there is, at least, knock out a couple a week. So, Mitch, couple things I wanted to talk about real quick. So the first thing, I'll be hopefully, depending on Vanessa's mood, because she's been super excited for this movie. We're going to be watching 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple today. Uh,
Okay.
I'm just so happy that I don't have to wait months into 2026 to watch this movie.
Well, I'm
Um,
happy for you, man. That
yeah,
sounds like a
I,
nice
I,
day.
I'm psyched, man. And then I was like, you know what? For this movie, I'm just gonna avoid the spoilers. Avoid spoilers, avoid reviews. But then, I started hearing, I listened to a podcast, and then they mentioned it, and I was like, okay, well, I'm curious. Let me look at the critics, and it's in the 90s, so it seems like people are really loving this movie. So that has me excited. But who knows, So hopefully we'll get to watch that today.
Your
But
first of your most anticipated movies.
yeah, exactly. So I'm psyched for that. I know we're a movie called podcast, but as you know, Mitch, I listen to a lot of music. Every year I make a top 10. I didn't make a top 10 this year, although I did listen to just a lot of albums from 2025. But I just quickly wanted to, you know, state my runner up, and then of course my album of the year, and then my favorite album listening experience, meaning it doesn't matter what year the album I listened to came out, but it had to be the first time I listened to it was in 2025.
I got you.
So my runner up was an album called Saya by Saya Gray. That's Saya.
Yeah, yeah,
I thought this album was just such a fun and interesting project. It combined a whole bunch of genres and sounds, and it just was so entertaining. Uh, and I loved every track on this in many different ways. So that was my runner up. That was my second favorite album of the year. But my favorite album of the year was a project by Clips, Let
yep.
God Sort 'Em Out. Man, this album not only is the best album of the year, but it's the best rap album of the year. It has so many great features on this. It's very personal to these brothers. That's the rap duo.
Yeah.
They call themselves Clips. And yeah, man, it has some of the most beautiful songwriting I've heard in 2025, and maybe even of the decade so far. So yeah, this album, Let God Sort 'Em Out, is just an incredible project. And so my absolute favorite album experience was Adrian Linker's live album. I believe I shared that one with you, right?
Yeah, you shared all three of those with me. Yeah, all three of those albums.
Yeah. So Adrian Linker's live album, wow, masterpiece, man, masterpiece. It's long, but it doesn't feel long. It's very cinematic. It feels very much so like a documentary, uh, and it's very experimental, but very beautiful as well. So Adrian Linker's live album was the best overall musical experience I had in 2025.
Well, I listened to a lot of good music in 2025, but the three that gave the most time are ones we did with Lori and Ashley. We did some album listenings together, where we each picked one and picked one guest, and then we ended up doing the PDUSA album, which would probably be my favorite of the year, and the Taylor Swift album, which was Lori's pick because she doesn't like Taylor Swift and wanted to challenge herself, and then the 21 Pilots album, which was Ashley's pick. And I found some good discussions with each of those, and that's how albums should be listened to, man, like with intention. And it's not always like in the playlist culture and the Spotify algorithm.
Yeah.
You don't always get that album experience. Got Lori a record player for her Christmas this year, and so
Wow.
maybe we'll be listening to more albums with more intention like that in the years to come.
Yeah, dude, and if you kind of want to mention, we used to do a lot of those album listen
Yeah,
parties, which I
you just
hope we can pick up again.
we can, man, and we can. We had some good times with those. We did about. I always said seasons. We had
Yeah,
like
seasons.
because we would rotate picking. We used to do that with Craig. We did Childish Gambino, Fiona Apple, Airborne Toxic Event,
Yep,
Lord Huron, Japanese Breakfast, Big Red Machine,
yep.
um, and then we had done. I can't. Did you didn't did you did Hosier with this, right?
I did Hosier. Yeah, I did
Yeah,
Hosier
and
with you.
John Stevens, and then we did that first PD album.
Oh,
Or
and
that,
then we did what do you call it? Sufjan Stevens.
yeah, yeah, but
That was a Sufjan Stevens one.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I think the first one that
that was
I ever went to was one that y'all held in person in Cleveland in y'all's old little apartment, right? And y'all
yeah.
were listening to Kendrick Lamar's "Damn."
hmm That
Uh,
was where it all started, and that was a great one. We had a big crowd there, and then
yeah, I remember that.
we did in person the national album too, Sleep Well Beast.
Yeah, I remember because y'all had invited me, and I think I had to work. I was working at Pizza Hut. I worked that day, but I was able to arrive a little bit later, like maybe already 20 minutes into the album, and so I joined in. And yeah, man, that was my first experience. I'm glad I got to experience that with y'all. And I miss those days, dude. I miss those days of just being
No
able
doubt,
to sit around and listen to music, watch movies.
no doubt, man.
We watched a lot of movies, a lot of what would you call it, obscure films.
Yeah, yeah, a bunch of B movies which I don't care for, and but then like a bunch of foreign films and art house and
Here's the thing, Mitch. Here's the thing with that is that although quality wise maybe they weren't the best, I enjoyed watching them with the people that I watched them with. Like
yeah, no, I can appreciate that.
I,
I find with B movies, it's not that the quality is bad. I can appreciate, having a laugh with people about that, but they're so often exploitative in my
oh, okay,
experience.
I got you. Yeah, I mean, I just remember freaking Ethan sitting there with Ethan,
He's the
Wesley,
king of B
and
movies, dude. No,
dude,
nobody B movies like Ethan.
and, and us just freaking sitting there dying laughing, man. We just had the best time
The
drinking
best
some.
time, dude, I don't know, dude. Like, I just recently started a new list on Letterboxd, which is movies I regret watching. And one of them was when Aunt was leaving us and we were having like a go away day. And it's the only reason I would subject myself to this torture. But we watched Samurai Cop and Samurai Cop 2.
Dude, that was one of the best times.
Oh gosh, dude, I was in pain. Those movies are so gross.
Dude, no, they're freaking hilarious.
I disagree, but
Yeah,
different strokes for different folks.
dude,
I did it for Aunt.
dude. Look, I guess I can turn off that part of my brain. Like not gonna be in a very critical
No,
mindset.
me
When I
neither. I
go,
just was having an unpleasant experience.
I don't
Speaking of an
know.
unpleasant experience, we watched something a couple nights ago for 2025 that I found to be almost totally unpleasant.
Okay,
Uh, but I don't think we're going to be able to talk about it.
no,
But
I have time.
Die My Love. No, I don't. I don't think we'll be able to talk about it because you haven't seen it.
No, no, no. I don't really want. I don't
You're
really.
not going to watch a Lynn Ramsey movie?
I do and I don't. It's just the content. Just I'll be honest with you. I watched the first 10, 15 minutes of the movie, and it just
It's rough, right?
it.
Good grief! It doesn't let up, Sam. It does not let up at all.
So are
It's
you talking about
merciless
the?
movie.
Okay, you're talking about the content, not the filmmaking.
So the filmmaking, there were things I liked. I liked she would kind of keep going back to this kind of green, hazy lighting that I thought was beautiful. It, but no, like everything, I mean, pretty much everything about it was uh, displeasing to experience.
I was very turned off by it, and I found myself like thinking I don't really want to spend another. I don't want to spend what is it, 2 hours,
Yeah.
uh, giving my time to a movie that already within 10, 15 minutes, I'm just I'm not enjoying.
Well, you did the right thing, man. I don't recommend this to anyone. It was uh, what you could get out of it, which I'm sure is something, is not worth the experience. It was just even the performances, the writing. There kept being this because a lot of it does deal with postpartum depression, which not for nothing, but
Yeah,
it just completely. It was almost like it just like when college students write something, they're kind of going through it, and they just like, I'm gonna put every bad thing I can think of in here, that's like upsetting or like disturbing.
yeah.
I'm really gonna go there. But she's a great filmmaker, really, and
Oh yeah. I mean, she made one of my favorites of 2018. Well, my favorite movie of
yeah,
2018.
what's your number one? You're
You were
never really
never.
here.
Yeah, that one.
And I was cooler towards that one. I think, we need to talk about Kevin's probably her best
I
from what
love
I've
that
seen.
one too. I love that one too.
Uh, uh, Man, it was just, there was just like this refrain, like over and over there, like she just needs to do some writing. And I was like, I swear, if they said it one more time, like she just needs to write, I don't know, dude, nobody needs to write that bad. But you really did not know like what its message was. There was one line Pattinson said that it was like, oh, what was it? It was like sometimes, oh shoot, I can't remember, but I'm telling you, man, it was not a pleasant experience. And not that you should never watch movies that are unpleasant necessarily, like,
Yeah.
but I just don't think it ever found its way.
I would describe it as at least, and this once again, this is going off of the 15 minutes that I watched. Right, I felt like it was a very ugly film, and
It was an ugly film.
I was just like, dude, I cannot tell you. I was just, all right. Let me focus. Let me focus. Let me try to let me. But I just couldn't, man. I was just like, I I just could not get into it.
Sometimes people aren't well. That's what he said. Somebody was like, "She's not well," and he's like, "Sometimes people aren't well." I like that. But gee whiz, I mean, there's we gotta have some vision here. Anyways, Die My Love. Don't recommend. Uh, Pretty much wish I didn't watch it. You know,
Yeah. What did Lori think?
same. Yeah, she wasn't feeling this movie. We that so you know back to what you're saying. There was a lot of parts where we had a good time just ragging on it, which is it's not really like a generous mode to get into when you're watching a movie, but it was the mode we get into. Like after a while, we, we're
Yeah.
just cracking wise to kind of survive the movie. And
Yeah.
we should have done what you did, which was to turn it off. But it was her pick for the night, so
You know, what's that word, Mitch? That a lot of people give like indie movies, um, and like awards contenders. Oh man, I can't think of it, dude. It's like
cloying.
no.
Sorry,
It's what they call. Oh my gosh, it's when
darling.
they're trying to be too deep.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
Pretentious.
Yes, pretentious. That's what came off. That's what I felt in those 15 minutes. I was like, this is trying too hard.
Yeah, maybe. And you know, maybe taking a swing with what she had her actors doing was, I mean, like they had to be going through heck, you know, in this movie, making this movie, and it's like, and this is what came out of it. I don't know. It's just like it was an art film. It was an art film, but it never found its identity, I don't think, or its direction.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I hope that this is one of those one and dones where she got her experimental, her one experimental film out of the way, where she just went a little too overboard, and she gets back on track. Like we need to talk about Kevin, and you were never really here, but she never makes movies, man. It's like she has a very short this filmography.
I guess she's an artist, man. She's doing her own thing, dude. Dude, I've got some other big kahunas, man, but I don't know if we got time.
Ooh, yeah, I'm walking into the off. Well, I'm in the
Yeah.
stairs right now, dude. You can
Well,
tell how everything is, right? Walk in, get
yeah.
into the stairs.
Yeah. The echo kicks in, your voice lowers. But yeah, man, it was good talking to you. Hope you have a good one.
Yeah, man. We'll pick up soon. How many big kahunas do you have,
Oh, dude, I'm backed up, dude. I'm clogged.
dude?
I need some Drano.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit later, and we'll make sure to discuss those, man.
All right, see you, brother.
See.